We have Gaurav Shetty also joining us live on this broadcast. Gaurav, good evening to you. What a moment. You can see on our screens there, you see a sea of Indian cricket fans gathered there. And it's just a matter of time that the victory parade will start. How do you see this victory and how do you see the homecoming of Team India?
Oh, it's incredible. It's been a roller coaster last few days. It was just the other day on Saturday night that India won the World Cup, and we know about the storms that had hit Barbados and the way the team was evacuated in time. We also know about how there was a flight from Air India which was diverted towards Barbados, and this team, along with the journalists as well, who were on board, and I think we've seen just about everyone has been able to pose with that trophy, because it seems like everyone wanted a part of that trophy, and it's almost at times where you are overcome by what you are feeling, whether it is as a cricket fan, an Indian, or someone who just loves sport, because where you come in is a victory for the national team. And that is where I would say that this goes beyond leagues. When you talk about national cricket, it is with a lot of emotion. We know about what happened a few months back in the World Cup final. I think it has been chronicled. It has been spoken about repeatedly. And this is something which comes now is even sweeter, because as the game panned out a few days back, we almost saw the game lost and then the turnaround, because I guess the greatest cliche in sport is it's not over till it's over. And till that last over, no one really knew which way it was going to go. Even though South Africa was in the ascendancy, it was pretty much till those last few balls were bowled by Hardik Pandya. And yes, previously on the show, we've spoken about redemption of various players, how big it has been for each player. Whether we spoke about Rishabh Pant, what he went through, what Hardik Pandya went through, each player has had an independent journey, and being part of a team, the kind of strength which must have been imparted from each player to the other, because finally it's in behind those closed doors that you can do what you can for a teammate. Because when you go down together. But when you fly together. And today, they have flown in just in the morning. They landed in Delhi. Within a few hours, they're in Bombay. They're in Mumbai. And here they are on this victory parade. And you can see all of Mumbai, which has come together, literally. And, having walked down this road many times, to see iconic moments, you realize how powerful, whether it is a wave of humanity, the waves from the sea, everything seemed to combine and come together. And it is overwhelming. I think these images are huge. I mean, the waves are lashing. You've got, I don't know where people, you just have so much energy which would be rubbing into each other. And it is euphoric. It is a huge moment. We still are on a high from Saturday, the 29th of June. Here we are. It's a few days later. We're on, towards the end of the week, and we still are on a high. And it is because we are feeling, in a way, as cricket fans, as Indians who love the game, who have followed the game, and who have had almost a bittersweet emotion thrown in with the cricketers, because it is noteworthy that everyone has felt that a lot of players are playing one World Cup too many. But it is for these champions to have shown that, listen, we still can do it. We still can turn it around. And that's what they've done. They've turned it around. Both from Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, they have pushed back the clock. They both did announce that they were retiring. But till that point, they pushed the clock back. You can look at IPL form. Rohit didn't do too well, but the team wasn't picked on the basis of IPL form. Virat Kohli had a splendid IPL.
How do you see Rohit Sharma's captaincy? Because the last 5 overs where very crucial for the men in blue because Akshar Patel had leaked about 24 runs and the pressure was mounting on Team India. You know, it was Klassen on one end and Miller on the other end, and it was just a runner ball. And what exactly, you know, made Rohit Sharma come to Hardik Pandya, because that particular delivery which broke the partnership is exactly the reason behind India's victory. And also that catch, it was not a catch, it actually was Surya Kumar Yadav there holding the World Cup on the boundary line. That was how close, you know, the match was.
Yeah, totally. So the spinners had bowled out. We know Akshar Patel was bowled out. Klassen, who's probably one of the best players off spin in the world, had got stuck into him. You had Hardik Pandya to go to. And it was one of those moments where they were able to ease the pace of the game. We know about Rishabh Pant and Rohit, how they took time out of the game. And when you control time like that, you break whatever momentum a team might have had. I think a few days back, we saw what Afghanistan did to, you know, get to the semi-finals where they were trying to control time. And that is, I guess, where the smarts come in, where you say, okay, nothing is really going for us. You've got this man who is on a mission. Klassen was on a mission. How do you make what is your mission impossible into India's mission? And that's where it turned around. We also know that Klassen's record against pace was far less impressive than it has been against spin. And Pandya, the time was for him. There was no way there was going to be any more spin. And that ball, outside off, getting the edge, is where things turned. And you saw, you know, Kohli in his true element again, because there is always Kohli cam, and it went to him and he was pumped. And I think even though then it seemed like a pretty straightforward equation for South Africa, which is where Bumrah came in. And, you know, when Bumrah stepped in is when total control was taken from South Africa, which is where, as a team, South Africa sensed that we are up against not just a bowler, but probably the best white ball bowler in the world, who has skills, smart, and they were in awe of him. It is what you react to as yes, an Indian, then sports is injected in your veins. And we know when it comes to sport, where cricket is in the pecking order, it's right up there for India. It is something which we crave. We crave victories, and when they come, as they have now, there's no way you're going to have undiluted celebration. So it is, it's almost a very private celebration, what is happening, even though you just see so much public. You can see something like this, you probably see at maybe someone's wedding. You know, this seems like, I guess, the big fat Indian wedding, which is just in a way like the big fat World Cup win. It's the way Indians celebrate, and it is pretty much across. It is, as you know, we've been talking about earlier, everyone would be looking at these images, say, hey, I wish I could have been there as well, because you want to be part of the party. It's a vibe. It's very powerful. And then you see the cricketers, and they're right there. So everyone wants a part of them as well, and just to feel a very strong positive emotion. I think that is what we live for, right? We do finally live for victory, individuals or as a nation. As people, I think humanity does look for victory. And victory isn't something that comes so easily in every man's or woman's life on a day-to-day basis. You're talking about a cricket victory where it uplifts an entire people and nation. It is something you cannot underestimate ever. This is where we are made to feel extraordinary as part of probably something far greater than most individuals would feel. And it's great to be part of it, to realize that you are part of something fantastic. I mean, sport does that. Cricket does that for India in one crazy way that we cannot even fathom at times what it does. I mean, I have seen after each win the way my family celebrates, how we hug and embrace. At times you don't even need to say anything, but we are congratulating each other as if we have won something. And this has happened after each World Cup win. I mean, I can go back to 1983, to every World Cup that I have seen with my family and how we have celebrated each win. It is unbelievable, and I know it is so with so many families and people across India. I have a lot of cricket friends. I know a lot of cricket people in the media, cricket writers, and it all breaks down to finally winning, where you say to hell with the criticisms, to hell with your teams, they won it. And that's where you get it down to. You want to win. You know, no matter what the team, the combination, or who the players, everything is forgotten, and you say, listen, you're the champ, you did it for us. Because as people who are following sports,
right.
and, I would say this for even people who are sports persons, earlier, retired sports persons, they finally become fans.
Yeah.
And that is a great feeling, because we've seen the joy across media. Indian cricketers who have followed the World Cup, finally you become a fan and you are part of that celebration, and it's letting go. Letting go is probably one of the greatest human emotions, and we all are letting go today. Everyone on that stretch and whoever is watching TV is letting go. We're letting go while we're talking today and enjoying this conversation that is happening today.